Hi everyone, beautiful day to you. Welcome again to the LandDeyNaija channel. My name is LandDeyNaija. I just want to weigh in on the current demolition exercise that is ongoing along the Ikota GRA area of Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm sure everyone watching me right now has seen this viral video of the Lagos State Ministry of Environment demolishing structures in Ikota GRA of Lekki, and they said they have marked out some structures that they will demolish in VGC area. But if you're yet to see this video, then watch this.
Structures built on the canal path in Itiosa local government area brought to ground zero. The Lagos State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, and his team are to continue the enforcement of building law, and more buildings are likely to go down as the structures have completely blocked the Ikota Canal, causing flooding in the area.
The Commissioner of Environment and Water Resources, Wahab Tokunbo, mentioned that they had given these developers 3 years to solve these flood issues, and that they had informed them that these buildings, these developments was not sustainable as they were constructing on the canal parts and the drainage channels within Ikota area, and this as a result stops the flow of water, which makes them have flood issues around these areas. Now, the government also mentioned that in a bid to save the environment, they are going to take this demolition exercise seriously, and they are going to pull down any structure, any developments whatsoever that is built on the canal parts and drainage channels of any estate, and this is in a bid to save the environment because they look forward to making Lagos State a flood-free metropolis. Fantastic idea, you would say, right? So I feel like a lot of things have gone wrong with the process. There are two sides to this issue, and responsibility must be borne by also the government and also the developers of this estate. He further mentioned that there were no compensation for illegalities, although the ministry had warned them not to continue with this construction at the beginning stage, even not at foundation stage, that these developers intentionally connived to block and close up the drainage parts and canal channels within these estates, which is why this demolition exercise just began. It will stretch up to 5 kilometers within the estate, and it will also spread to different parts of Lagos to serve as a deterrent to developers, individuals who build illegal structures on drainage parts and canal passages. So let's get into the onus of this video, which is why I want to bring in my own personal opinion as a real estate consultant in the Lagos real estate market. So let's start from the very beginning. Let's start from where this entire problem started, and that is the building approval, right? Before any developer moves to site, they ought to obtain a building approval from the government. Now, this approval shows the location of the said project, the plan for the said project, what they intend to build, and basically everything that has to do with the building construction activities. These developers obtained a building approval. Who signed it? Who approved their building? Who approved the location? Who gave them the go-ahead to commence building? It's not enough to say these guys have been warned from foundation level to quit construction. Certain people need to answer for certain acts of irresponsibility. So who issued or authorized or signed their building approval, and who gave them authorization to move to site? Secondly, there's also the issue of the survey. These developers claim to have received a survey from Lagos State government. The survey also shows the boundaries of this land, and it shows the number of plots within the confines of the estate that they intend to build on. The survey was registered in the Lagos State government, in the Ministry of Lands. Who signed, who approved their survey? Who gave them that authorization? There's also the issue of the developers thinking, or from what they said they saw in the Lagos layout or the map of Lagos State, that area was a proposed road and not a canal. Fine. You're not aware it's a canal. Why would you build on a proposed road? Like I said, the essence of this video is to give the blames to both parties, both the developers and the government, they acted irresponsibly. And let's be very candid about this. You knew that this land was on a canal path. And even if you claim that it was on a proposed road, who builds on a proposed road, right? Now, in between this building construction, the government usually sends out people, executives, to go to different sites and to sort of mitigate certain errors and ensure that what they have submitted as a plan is actually what they are building. Some of these developers bribe these guys. They confront them. They don't allow them, come into their site to check anything. Some of them have people in places of authority. They are god laws, they are godfathers who they just call and say, oh, your guys are on my site, call them off. So these government agencies do not even have permission to get to the said site, and they are just sometimes, a lot of times, actually bribed off at the gate, and those ones just put the money in their pockets and go off. So the construction continues without proper checks. There's also the part of the seeking of approvals, and while you're seeking approvals, if you're going to build, you ought to seek drainage approvals along the line with other approvals you're getting. Who builds on a drainage setback? Who builds on a drainage path? These buildings, from the videos you can see, we're actually encroaching on the canal paths, the canal setback, the drainage channels.
On the setback. You see? Look at that building. See the drainage channel. Look at the buildings already sitting on the setback. Yes. So there's no way that you will say you got approval to build, to do this on the setback of the drainage channel. I mean, how do you build even on drainage channel?
Because if a tractor is going to walk on that place now, if there is a need for a tractor, how does it go in?
I don't understand. So they've had to demolish buildings sitting on the setback of the drainage channel.
Government needs to pay special attention to its staff, to its control agencies, and literally everyone who works in Alawusa. I find it ridiculous that within a ministry where you are supposedly expected to get original, valid documents. A lot of people falsify documents in Alawusa. You have irresponsible staffs, irresponsible civil servants who go about falsifying stamps, falsifying signatures, and hand these documents over to unsuspecting investors, unsuspecting developers, and even give them the go-ahead to proceed to site. Why is this allowed in this system? This is the cause, the primary cause for all of these issues we see in Lagos. Not only does it affect buildings, it also affects land. You find false documents, false CFO, false governor's consent, false surveys floating around the market, unless you involve a surveyor, a registered surveyor, and a lawyer, a property lawyer, not just any lawyer, who would look into the history of this land, who will search in depth and give you the go-ahead to buy these properties. Otherwise, you will find yourself falling victim to these activities. So what is the way forward? I mentioned this is just going to be a very straightforward video because it's just my opinion about these issues, because it's really sad. People invest lots of money, investors put in lots of capital to build, they sell to unsuspecting clients, and who mop in lots of money to own a property, and few years down the line you come in to demolish their homes right while they are there with their properties still within that estate. It breaks my heart to see this kind of things happening, which is why I think that there should be a thorough regularization of the entire real estate market right here in Lagos, because if you do not regularize it, anybody is a developer, anybody is a realtor. The market is just saturated with every Tom, Dick, and Harry who just thinks, oh, I have some money to put into the industry. Why don't I build? No thorough research is done on the land. No thorough layout is given. Government agencies just issue out fake documents to people. Bribery is at the peak, at the height in Alawusa. Alawusa should be a safe haven. Anybody who comes into Alawusa to find documents should be assured that they are getting the original of these documents. Why then do we have this kind of issues happening right in the heart where we ought to feel safe? This is the major cause of every issue we have here. The second part is the developers. Please, can you guys stop being greedy? Can you just work with integrity? Even if it's a tiny dose, can you just have integrity? If you know that a land is not safe, why would you build on it? They have told you that it's been earmarked for a road. Why would you build on it? They told you that it is a canal path. Why would you proceed to build on it? You can bribe your way through an existing personnel, but that person is not going to be in the office forever. If the right person comes in, he can alter every other thing you have been doing. So why don't you just go through the right channel? Why don't you just do the right thing? Why don't you just do your proper due diligence before you carry on any project? And if you think that a land is bad, if you know that a land is bad, a land is committed, a land has been earmarked for something, a particular infrastructure, do not build on it. Realtors, please, I beg you, by your own conscience, if you know that the property is bad, stop selling it. Let this greed that is eating so deep into this system stop. By your conscience, by your God. Clients trust you because you represent their interest. If you know that the property is bad, please do not market it. This is not just about this particular scenario, right? It's also about land. If you know that the property is bad, do not market it. Also, the government needs to embrace technology. I wonder why we cannot have all of these processes online. It's a deliberate act to enable this theft, this corruption, this irresponsibility that is eating deep into the system. All of these things can be transparent. It can be done online. Upload the processes online. People can check for these approvals online. It can even be checkmate so that you know when a fake document has been uploaded because the original version is online. Restrictions of buildings, committed lands, places where nobody should develop, forbidden areas, so to speak, where government do not expect anyone to build anything. This thing should be like a map, it should be like a guide, and it should be uploaded online so that anybody, any developer who wants to build can just go there, search the system, and just verify all of these things. Why can't we have the application for documents online? Why can't we have the application for CFO online? Why can't we have all of these things online? Transparency can be empowered. We can have these processes online so that it is easy. Nobody is going to say they did not know. Imagine developers falling prey, imagine investors falling victims of this unscrupulous behavior by these cronies because they get to Alawusa and somebody just tells them, oh, I have searched, this document is it. They give you a plan number, they give you a survey number, they give you coordinates, they give you this and that, and you go to Alawusa, you actually search because they will upload it temporarily and 3 months down the line they take it off. So whoever got these documents will not think about going back 3 months ago to confirm because they have moved to site. All of these things can be avoided if we have a transparent system, and that can be done by embracing technology. And I also insist that there needs to be an overhaul of the entire thing. Somebody needs to take responsibility. Someone's signature, someone's approval was on the documents issued by this developer. That person needs to be brought to book, fired, and the person should face the consequences of their actions. All of these things are unfair. The more we have a corrupt system in the lands of industry, in urban development, in town planning, and all of the likes, the more we would have more victims to this. It is so wrong. Someone cannot invest that kind of money and lose it within a twinkle of an eye. Investors are so scared to invest right now. They don't even know who to trust. We can't be having these repeated issues, okay? And realtors, please and please and please, I beg you, let's make this environment, let's make this industry a sane one. If you cannot buy it, then don't sell it. If you cannot sell it to your family members, if you cannot put your own money in it, then don't sell it. All of these things would help in ensuring that we have a sane, a healthy, and an investment-friendly environment. Thank you for watching. I'm just really sad because these videos break my heart. You find people who are crying, who have become homeless by the twinkle of an eye, who do not have anywhere else to go to, who have put in all of their money to buy a property, and you just wake up and say because you want to make the environment flood friendly, you are demolishing. Did you do the right thing from the onset? If you did the right thing, if all of these fake documents were not flying here and there, if the developers did their due diligence and did what they were supposed to do, we would not have such victims. And that is why I just decided to do this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let's be safe out there. Please ensure you use a registered surveyor, ensure you use a lawyer. to do your search. Ensure you search for the history of the lands. Go all out. Some of these clients do not even want to pay for surveyor. A registered surveyor would give you a report with his stamp and his seal that you can verify, but you would not. You want to just go around and cut corners and just buy from your friend, buy from your relative. I know a lot of people buy from agents too, but please ensure that you carry out thorough investigation for your investment. You're putting in a lot of money and you deserve to get the best value from it. Okay. Whew. Thank you guys for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you are aware when we make a new post. Like, come your way next time. This is Linda Ikota. This is the LandDeyNaija channel. Keep investing and keep building your portfolio. Do not be discouraged by what has happened. It's a big loss. Yes, it is a big loss, and I empathize with everyone who has lost his home, who has lost his investment, who has lost money to this. But Lagos real estate market is still a viable place to invest when done right. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.